Hello guys and girls, welcome to a game I haven't really talked about, but if you've been on YouTube for a little while, and you watch those big time YouTubers, PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, or maybe somebody else, I'm not sure who you like to watch, maybe me, don't mean to be biased. You probably have heard about this creature or this game called Siren Head. Now, as it says on screen, it was based on a creature made by Trevor Henderson. Now, before I get into this game, I want to read you a little story. Alright. I'll have all the links to his Twitter, the game, the CreepyPasta, which gives a little bit of backstory, and also the Wikipedia fan page. Alright. I'm a 24-year-old soldier, and after what happened to me, I had an uncontrollable fear of sirens. Every Saturday night at camp, I heard screams that only I could hear. I wake up. My friends sometimes just see the reactions and maybe figure out a solution about it. Maybe check it out or something. But they never heard a thing. Every time I hear those screams, they're either a man's, a woman's, or a child's scream. But there's something particular about them. It has quite noticeable static sound every time someone screams, or should I say, whenever a scream plays. It sounds like it's coming out of a siren, and it wakes me up every night. I've learned to ignore it, and I've thought that it probably was just my imagination. Sorry, messed up. Where was I? I've thought that it probably just me imagining things, since I didn't like sirens that much as a kid either. Too loud to be enjoyable. It wakes me up every night, and it sounds very realistic. So I thought I should ask the headmaster if our sirens accidentally play those weird sounds at night. Next morning, I talked to him about it, and he said that it may have been an error, but even if it was, the sirens were turned off at night. Only the alarm ones were on. I tried to get him to look deeper into this thing, because I doubt it was just an error, and I was sure it was coming from a siren. But he said he thinks I'm talking nonsense, and sent me to do some exercise with the other soldiers. He might have been right. I may be just a bit paranoid. This night, the sounds weren't that loud. It sounded as if it was playing from somewhere inside the forest. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to check it out. I grabbed a flashlight, a shotgun, and sneaked out of camp to go into the forest and investigate. I know I may sound like a dumbass for doing this, like going out of camp to go check it out, but those screams were making my sanity fall apart. I kept walking and walking. Nothing was found, but I could hear the sounds getting louder. I was sure I was approaching it. I ended up in a straight dirt road, and then I saw something. It was too dark to see, but I could see something really freaky in the dark. It was in the middle of the road, so I pointed my flashlight at it, and there it was. A slimy monster that was about as tall as a tree, having long arms that could reach its toes, and for a head, two sirens connected into one tube. It looked very skinny, as if it was only bones, but you could clearly see some flesh on it, and it had metallic wires going through its body. It was terrified. I was terrified. Sorry about that. I was terrified. But without any second thoughts, I immediately held up my gun and shot it. It didn't die. The bullet marks were clear, and I could see some blood running down, but instead of showing signs of pain, it started walking towards me. Without any second thought, I ran the opposite direction for where I was facing. The siren mimicked my scream and played it again. The static sound always gave me a bleeped up feeling in my stomach. But from close up, it was more terrifying. It then started to play some other weird sounds coming from its siren, such as tornado warnings, Amber Alert announcements, and general announcers speaking about scary things such as murders, criminal escapes, and other messed up stuff. I could run really fast, but even though it was walking, it wasn't that far away from me. I'd say I was far enough for it not to catch me. I grabbed my gun again, stopped, and shot a siren. The sounds it was playing were glitching out. I managed to outrun it, but it started approaching me pretty quick. I was far enough, but I could still see it in the dark. I was running for about half an hour. It felt more like an eternity. Our distance didn't even change by a centimeter. It felt like I was running an infinite road. Luckily, I could see a car. Thought someone was there. However, whoever it was, I needed them to get away from that thing. But to my disappointment, it was locked. Big mistake stopping. The monster was now a bit closer, and the road got really muddy, so it slowed me down. I got out of the road and got inside the forest. It didn't come in. I could see it facing me, but it stopped moving. I saw my camp. I was relieved, but I was still scared to stop and relax. I asked guards to let me in, and since they knew me, they obviously opened the door. They asked me what I was doing outside this late, and how did I get out? I apologized and asked them to keep it a secret, but I later explained to them what I saw, and how I left. They probably felt sorry for me and thought I was just being paranoid, so they told me to go get some rest. I swore to them I didn't lie for what I had seen. They still didn't believe me. I shrugged it off and went back to my bed. That night I was so terrified. It was the most scary experience I've ever had. Around 5 to 6 a.m., I woke up to the sounds of screams and subtle smell of smoke. I came outside to see what woke me up. Everything was on fire. Towers were torn apart, and I could see piles of dead bodies. The thing that caught my eye, though, was what I had seen some hours ago. That tall, skinny, siren-headed monster. It was responsible for everything. Soldiers begged me to help them, but I could not do anything about it. They were literally torn in half. The monster saw me and reached out to grab me. It missed. The whole camp was on fire. I even wondered if I was in hell. I ran and ran. It chased me, but I never stopped running. After running for so long, I came to the end of a cliff. And now that there was light, I saw a monster more clearly. And it was more terrifying than before. It stopped walking. I could hear a crispy yet smooth voice out of the siren. Do you like heights, Mark? How could this monster know my name? This had to be a never-ending nightmare, but it was reality. Come to me. I begged the monster not to kill me. I cried and asked it to leave me alone. To my surprise, it left. Not sure if it regretted its decision or just wanted to get revenge later. As I watched it turn around and disappeared into the woods, I felt relieved that I escaped out of this situation. I went to the camp just to see all those dead bodies and broken buildings, but I had to call someone, or I wasn't leaving this place. I always carry my cell phone, so I called 911 and told them to come to the camp's address. When they arrived, they told me to explain what happened and how I survived. I described everything by detail, but they thought I was joking. They told me to act seriously. I told them I was, and they finally took it seriously. Sort of. They said they investigate this. I packed up my stuff, and they brought me back into my city. I went back home and was happy to see my wife and kids. They were surprised I came so early. I was supposed to come 5 months later. I explained to my wife what had happened, and she just wouldn't believe me. She thought I probably needed some rest. I got all this shit out of my crazy imagination. All this makes me curious. Am I living in a nightmare? Was I actually paranoid? Whatever it was, it's done. For now. I pushed the curtains aside and opened the window to get some fresh air. I looked outside. It felt good to be home. But what I saw in the distance made me feel shocked. That monster was on top of a building really far away. I tried to ignore it and went to get some sleep. I probably needed to book a therapy session. Alright. Wow, that was a long read. Before we get to see this big guy, there's a popular TikTok of Siren Head and the siren stuff. Now, a few things about Siren Head, and I'm just gonna read off the wiki. Siren Head. Siren Head is a 40-foot tall humanoid creature with heavily emasculated, near skeletal frame covered in dried mummified flesh, and the color of rusted metal. Its limbs are disproportionately long and thin, with arms almost as long as its entire body, ending in huge, bony hands, where a human's head and neck would be, is a thin pole of flesh with 2 sirens attached to them, hence its name, and several black wires snake around its neck, and into its upper shoulders, pressed against its abdomen. The speakers are the only metal parts of its body, fused to the neck by tendrils of skin and capable of swiveling around it, much like the head of an owl. Some images depicted Siren Head speakers with toothy, lipless, human-like jaws, and a long, retractable, thin snake-like tongue. Though Henderson had said that the teeth are only visible on a certain radio frequency, Trevor Henderson's post, what seems to be Siren Head is standing on the side of a road in a suburb. However, instead of Siren Head having the accepted 2 sirens, it is depicted to have a street lamp for a head. Trevor Henderson finally released a fact sheet on Siren Head, one fact stating that Siren Head has been seen with different head arrangements, though it's unclear whether those are subspecies or it's able to change its head to better hide when hunting. Now, here's how it hunts, and this is what makes it even more horrifying. It has the ability to mimic the voices of people close to the victims, effectively luring them in. It is currently not known for sure what Siren Head does to the victims once caught. Theories include eating them, or adding them to the roster of voices used by it, or simply just killing them and scattering their blood all over the place. And there's some audio logs that we will get to listen to. But this is just a little theory I have, and I'm not sure if it's entirely true. I want to say it seems like with Siren Head's main form of attack, or how it hunts, not attack, forget I said attack, is I almost wonder if God, that scared me. It's probably has some understanding of how technology works, even though it is a siren, and maybe it has maybe just a little bit of a subline. I'm trying to think about what it is when you can read people's mind. Oh, like maybe a little bit of mind reading ability so it can better like hunt its prey. Because from what I've seen on the internet, it is able to, as the wiki stated, it is able to have the voice of people you recognize, whether it probably ate them or whatever it does or not. But let's see, how do I play this game? Wise, right, shift. Alright, let's get into this. Interesting, interesting, very interesting. Okay, what does that say? Can I hide right here? Oh, I can't. Now, if someone's gonna make the remark that, man, your computer's off. Oh god, wait, what was that? Please tell me that was just a bird that went behind that tree. It said right click. I'm right clicking. Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay. It's a backpack. Maybe it belongs to the missing hiker, but why leave it behind? Okay, so that's... Wait, can I... Hold on, I'm running. Wait, this is running? This is me walking, this is me running. Wow, it got dark. A hiker was reported missing. I was sent here to take a look around for them. Hopefully they're not too hurt. Oh, I better hurry up, because it's getting dark. Scratch marks. These weren't made by any animal I know. A scrap of a shirt. Looks like there was a struggle. More strange scratch marks. The scratches seem to lead up here. Could that be... I have to get back to the truck now. Oh, hello, big boy. No. How the heck did you get behind me so quickly? Oh god, run. Run. Just run. Nope, I ain't dealing with this. I'm not paid enough to deal with monsters.
This is a test from the no-weather radio warning device. During potentially dangerous weather situation.
Oh, there's danger? Yeah, I didn't realize.
To warn of the impending hazard.
Okay, let's, did I escape? What the heck? That's probably the guy's last muffled screams. Did I make it? Okay. Let's do that again. Because I saw something pop up. But I think I got too close. And let's not escape this time. Oh, that is so creepy. Is that a warning siren? Or could that become... See, I would have missed stuff like that. Oh, that is Creepy, though. Yeah, we know all about that stuff. Could that be... I have to get back to the truck now. Oh, hello. After this, there's one final thing I want to do. Is he following? Oh, yes, I almost ran right into him. Get around, get around, get around, run. Alright. Oh. Oh, there's the teeth. Hello. Oh, God. I didn't know you were SCP-173. Just snap my neck. Okay. Now, the last thing I want to see is, like, he might just pop up behind. So, like, if you're gonna be, like, does he, like, I'm gonna, this time I'm definitely gonna escape. But yeah, this is a cool little game. I mean, like, yeah, it doesn't look the greatest, but man, it gives you that vibe, which makes it really good. Okay, I should be... Oh, do I... Okay, yeah, he just spawns in. Yep, let's get back to the car. Back to the truck. Ain't bad enough. Okay, let's get out of here. Go. Drive, boy, drive! Alright. Well, that concludes this for this game. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know about which part of the video you liked. Did you like the gameplay? Did you like me switching that up with a CreepyPasta? Because maybe I can find more CreepyPasta games, and this could be a little running series on this channel. Let me know. Because that, like, reading the CreepyPasta before playing this game really kind of helped get the fear factor set in. But, yeah, let me know. And if there's any more Trevor Henderson games out there you would like me to play, because this guy, he's got a good crooked mind. And, like, I love his monsters. So, definitely go check him out. But, yeah, thanks for watching. Tyler Creeper, signing out.